Hello viewers, and today I've got another loadout that you can use in Warzone, and just like yesterday I've got another LMG loadout, but this time I'm using a Vanguard weapon. This is the very interesting looking DP27, and first off, if you start using it at low level, maybe in multiplayer, or you just decide to start trying to leveling it up in Warzone, you will notice the horizontal bounce is the absolute bane of this weapon, and so these attachments will seek to rectify that and turn the DP27 into a little bit of a beaming machine. But before I break down those attachments for you and show you the awesome gameplay that I've got with this DP27, it would be amazing if you could consider subscribing to the channel. If you do like videos like this, I'll upload them every single day and I try and make them as interesting and as quirky as possible. And if you want, you can leave a like on this video. Quick note before I get into the attachments, for some of this gameplay I actually managed to get into one of Modern Warzone's private matches, and I had a really awesome game which I'm going to show you, and I actually came third on my own in a duos game, so stick around if you do want to see that. But if you just want to jump straight into Warzone, then feel free to pause the video now, because these are the attachments that I'm using. And so straight away, starting off with improving that accuracy or that horizontal bounce, we are using the F8 stabilizer in the muzzle attachment slot. This will also improve the damage range for when we've got the full beaming effectiveness well and truly locked in with the rest of the attachments. We do lose a little bit of hipfire accuracy and sprint to fire speed, but it's not that noticeable as this is an LMG. We're not really relying on those sorts of attributes. In the barrel attachment slot, I'm going for the longest barrel available, and that is the Kovalevskaya 780mm BO2D barrel. This does, if you'll notice, increase the vertical recoil of the weapon, but I've hardly noticed it at all. But importantly, it will tighten up that horizontal bounce, which is so much harder to control. And so overall, I think this is definitely the best barrel, because it also provides that reduced scope sway as well as a boost to bullet velocity. So when we are beaming enemies that are a little bit further away, we don't have to lead the target quite so much, which makes it nice and easier to take down our enemy. Further improving that horizontal bounce, which is the bane of this weapon, I'm using the M1930 strife angled grip in the underbarrel attachment slot to further improve that accuracy, but we also get some stability improvements as well. This means, as we are using a magnified optic, as I will show you in a minute, the idle sway of the reticle will not be so prominent when you are aiming in and trying to line up that first pull of the trigger. And if the enemy is a little bit closer and you want to dodge some of their bullets, the aim walking steadiness also gets a nice boost. As this weapon is going to become a beaming machine, we do want plenty of bullets in that pan in this occasion as possible before we've got to spend precious time reloading, and so the 105 round pan is the best and biggest magazine, I would say. There is a larger caliber, but naturally that will increase the recoil and make it that little bit harder to beam the enemy. In a future video I will definitely try out that ammo conversion, but for this video I would definitely recommend this attachment. In the ammunition slot I'm using the lengthened bullets, so we get a nice big boost to bullet velocity. For the optic, as I mentioned, the horizontal bounce of this weapon naturally isn't that good, but we have well and truly fixed it with these attachments, and one of them that is really helping us is this M38 Slate 2.5 times custom scope. It's essentially an integral hybrid sort of scope from the Modern Warfare series of weapons. It provides that little bit more recoil control. I'm not sure if it's just visible, but it definitely helps. It actually reduces both vertical and horizontal recoil control, and it provides us with more versatility in the form of two scopes. We've essentially got a red dot and of course the scope, which I'm mostly going to be relying on. Even though this is an LMG, an attachment that is going to boost the overall maneuverability of this weapon is going to be definitely welcomed, and so I'm using the grooved grip. This is just going to allow the gun to be more effective while we're handling it, while we are aiming in, because it will provide boosts to aim walking movement speed, accuracy, that's horizontal bounce, as well as ADS firing move speed, so when we're spraying at the enemy we can sidestep and not worry too much about being really slow, and of course the horizontal recoil control overall is just nice and tightened up. In the stock attachment slot, I'm using the Empress VZV stock, which will hugely stabilise the weapon when we're either crouched, mounted or prone, a little bit like a bipod really, but it also provides accuracy and recoil boosts during sustained fire, and so when we're naturally going to be beaming the enemy, fully holding down that trigger, hoping to get that down, this attachment is really going to help us, and if we're even crouched or mounted or prone, it's going to help us even more. Building upon that accuracy during sustained fire, in perk 1 I'm using the hardscope perk for just that. And as this is an LMG, we're going to be getting through a lot of ammunition, and so in the final attachment slot in perk 2 I'm using the fully loaded perk. But let me know down in the comments if you do give this weapon a go. If you start leveling it up and you're really not too sure about it, then I was exactly the same. But once I got it leveled up, I think you need it around level 60 to get all of these attachments. You will have a really good time taking on enemies at medium to long range. I paired it with a shotgun, as you might see in the gameplay that I've got for you, but I would love to hear what you think of this weapon. But anyway, leave a like if you enjoy the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching and enjoy the gameplay.
Gas requesting area recon.
UAV beginning flyover.
Destination marked.
UAV is out of fuel. Resupply.
You are joking, he's so low. I hate this.
Supply box ready for pickup.
God's sake, this is so stupid. Let's go.
Enemy UAV overhead.
There's someone.
area's clear. Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Loadout drop headed your way.
Court's locked. Call for fire.
You evaded the enemy track. Good work.
This is Tracker 3-1, good copy. Impact, no joy.
I think I had to use it there to get him to stop looking.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Ah,
Five, still standing. Let's come back and win this.
damn
We
it.
lost that.